And I feel like there's something about Trump being at the heart of this and the repulsion he initiated the first time that there was kind of a backlash to, that feels like there's something seismic culturally sort of right about to blow. What do you think?
Well, I think that it speaks volumes about where we are as a society and where, for us as women, I mean, it's partly why I co-founded the Seneca Project. You know, we needed to give women a permission structure to vote in their best interest, regardless of who they may have voted for before, and to realize that what's happening to women is bigger than partisanship. But cognitive dissonance is a hell of a drug. And I think that we've seen oftentimes in our society that bad behavior is rewarded. And the fact that men seem to get away with so much that women sometimes are like, what more do we need to do here? Like, how much more do we need to speak up? And what do we need to do for you to believe us? And yet men still seem to get away with it. You know, mediocrity in men is something that for women, extraordinary women, we often have to look at and go, really? This is what we have to still deal with in 2025. The fact that Donald Trump, someone who brags about abusing women, who has predatory behavior, who bragged on video about grabbing women, to get elected not once but twice, and to have the majority of white women still vote for him is, I think, something that we need to take a look at as a culture as to why. There's a lot of factors here. We're not going to solve it in this segment tonight, but I think there's a lot of self-reflection that needs to happen, because for us at Seneca and the content that we produced, saying to women, listen, it's a time for choosing. It's bigger than partisanship. What's happening to us? We're the only group to lose a right. And here's someone and a group of people and an ideology that wants to take us back to an era where we didn't have equal rights. So what are you doing considering voting for someone that thinks this way of you? And yet here we are. So I think now the Epstein episode is so repulsive and so evil, because now we're talking about children and we're talking about predatory behavior on young women. That is an evil cabal that a lot of rich and powerful people are behind, and potentially now the president of the United States is adjacent to this in some way. And it's forcing us to have this conversation in a very...
So tonight, Trump has withdrawn his support of Marjorie Taylor Greene. He just posted saying, I'm withdrawing my support and endorsement of Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene of the great state of Georgia. The post goes on for so long that we would be here till 10 p.m. Lots of ranting, lots of anger, calls her wacky, basically says she's mad because he told her not to run for Senate. But this is an interesting development. Tara, what do you make of it?
Well, it's part of the undoing of Donald Trump. He's been melting down the last couple of days here because his normal tactics, it's like predictable. It's the greatest hits. It's not working the same way.
Yeah.
He hasn't really faced this level of backlash from his own people. He's used to this coming from the political opposition. He's not used to it coming from within. And I think this is indicative of a potential dam breaking within MAGA, because he's exposed. Donald Trump has always been a fraud. He's never give a damn about the actual base that elected him. And they're recognizing that he's betraying them in every way. From the affordability issue, he promised them life would be better. It's not. On the America First agenda, he's running around the world doing illegal things internationally and getting us involved in places we shouldn't be. That's not America First. He's bailing out Argentina farmers while our own farmers are filing for bankruptcy, soybean farmers and ranchers. And with SNAP benefits and what's happening with the government, his own people are impacted by this. Rural hospitals closing, health insurance going up. Their lives are not better. Donald Trump has betrayed them. And Marjorie Taylor Greene, for goodness sakes of all people, has actually pointed this out. Now, her motivations for this are probably purely political and political expediency. I mean, you know, she hasn't had a come to Jesus moment. She recognizes that there's an opening for her to set her own lane here, because Donald Trump's brand of politics and his populism is starting to wane, because his own people are starting to recognize that he's a fraud and doesn't give a damn about them either. And they're starting to question it. And she's positioning herself to be a champion for that. It's a fascinating dynamic.